Okay, so today we are going to change these hydraulic accumulators on my 456 at the rear. These are aftermarket. You can see they're Bilstein products. They were about 70 UK pounds, and the part number for these was 07520. It's actually for the BMW series, and you can see the part number there, 37211132043. Okay, they apparently I've not done this before, but I'll do a video of it. The brackets here just need to be changed very slightly, but other than that, the mechanism or the accumulator is the same and will be compatible with the one on the 456. Okay, so just to show you where these sit and are housed on the 456. Under here, you can see, here it is here, and there's one on either side of the rear. Okay, so apparently you don't need to take the wheels off. I'm going to, just because it's a minute's job to do that, but we need to suspend the car up in the air, or the rear of the car, so there's no weight on the rear wheels, and I'll talk you through how we get on. Okay, so here's where we're at 2 minutes later. So I like these accumulators. I like the fact that they're part of Bilstein, because obviously Bilstein are the manufacturers of this suspension on the 456 for Ferrari. It's quite a troublesome system. The actual shock absorbers, the shocks, have a tendency to leak over time. I think most 456s suffer with that. You can get those rebuilt at a fraction of the cost of buying new ones. Again, what I like about these accumulators, like I say, the price of these was actually less than 70 British pounds, and damn sight cheaper than the ones from Ferrari. Okay, so where we're at now, obviously you can see I've drained the fluid, I've got rid of that, and made a little bit of a mess. It's pretty hard not to. So, tools we need, a 19mm. That's for this inner bolt here, for the feed pipe at the back. We need, I think it's a 21 or a 22, but someone's nabbed my spanner, so I've got a 7/8. That does this nice big bolt on the outside. Okay, so you want to undo this one first. Okay, but a little tip is to then, while you've got this all bolted up still to the car, undo the 19mm bolt as well. Yeah, and because obviously this needs to then be switched over to the new accumulator. Next, you're going to need to unscrew this bolt here with a feed pipe. This is an 11mm, so you need so far a 19, 11, I think it's a 21, 22 or a 7/8 works perfectly. And then from what I can see, the actual accumulator is bolted onto the car with just some 10mm bolts. I think it's 2 or 3, but I'll come back. They look a little bit difficult to get to. One up here, that one looks okay, this one looks okay, but I think there's one up there as well, so we'll come back and see how difficult that is. But obviously I've got the wheel off the car, it makes it a lot easier. That one's still on the ground, so there's probably a little bit more fluid that came out than should have been. My slope, my driveway's on a slight slope, so I didn't want to take both rear wheels off the ground, obviously with handbrake controls and stuff like that, and so hence a little bit more fluid probably than normal. But I've got a 5 litre bottle of the fluid, Dexton 3 I think it is, so we've got plenty to top up the whole system, and it doesn't matter, I don't know how old this fluid is in this car, so the more that comes out for me, the better. Anyway, I'll report back on the next stage. Okay, so a little update here. We have taken off the old parts here and fitted them to and a new one at the end, as you can see. I've just fitted those in, the 19mm. And this one is ready to come out. We've taken off our 11mm pipe here. The one up there, 2 and 3 10mm bolts. That's what's holding it in place. Obviously the 21, 22mm, I can't remember what it was, bolt here that's come off the union at the end. And this accumulator is ready to come off the car. Okay, so the old Ferrari one is now off the car. Probably, obviously I did a couple of videos and pictures in between, but that would have been about 20 minutes, half an hour max. Switching over the pipe for the union here. I thought I was going to have to re-drill these, but these two holes actually fit perfectly. And the only thing I need to really do to modify this is put a washer on here. As you can see on the Ferrari one, the hole is a small kind of hole, as you'll find up here. So I just need to put a washer on here. Other than that, we're all good. The little pipe coming out here, you just have to give it a bit of a fiddle around to pull that out. But not a bad job at all, really. Bit of a mess I made on the drive, unfortunately. But otherwise, nice and easy. Hopefully this will fix the common problem with these when they fail is your suspension goes really hard, rear suspension, and hopefully this should, changing these, like I say, cheap job, easy, pretty easy DIY job. Hardly need any tools, and just a little bit of patience, maybe a little bit of mess, and it's done. Okay, so we're going to do that, and I'm going to put the other one back in.